Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing okay. My name is Eva, and I'm a staff member and web correspondent for the fan website Jim Carrey Online. I'm filming this video with the approval and the blessing of the editor-in-chief of Jim Carrey Online, with the purpose of warning fans about scammers and their methods, especially because they've been using Jim Carrey's name a lot to do this. He's not the only actor who they've been using to try to scam people of money. In fact, many other actors have been a victim of this. And to be honest with you, in this video, I will mention two more because of a circumstance that I felt the need to show you, because it would explain the method. Because this video is very important if you are a Jim Carrey fan, but it's also extremely important if you are just a fan of actors in general, and either if you know someone who's falling for a scammer or something like that. Please pay attention to this video, okay? I'm gonna try my best to explain to you why you shouldn't fall and show you and point you the signs that these people really are scammers. It's so easy to see the signs that when we point out to you, you will see that you're being scammed if you are currently talking to what you may think is a Jim Carrey, okay? And again, or any other actor. So if you're listening to this and watching this, please listen, watch, and read everything very carefully, and please share with other people, okay? We are gonna post this on all our social media. I think even YouTube, even though we don't really have an official YouTube. And if you are a fan whose English is not a first language, I'm gonna be talking in English. I'm Portuguese, so English is my second language. So not only I need to apologize for any grammar or mispronunciation of words that I may, that I may make, I also want to let you know that if you want to use this video to re-upload with subtitles, please do it, because this is a very important warning-like video. It's an alert to scammers video. So if you can share with people and you have a language that it's not English and you can do subtitles, the better. Please do. We would just ask you to please tag our website or our social media if you post it in other social media, so we'll know what you have been doing and we can give a shout out for translating the video. We would really appreciate. Now, before we go any further, there's a few clarifications that we need to talk about, because we need to explain to you not only who we are, but also where exactly you can find the real Jim Carrey before this goes any further. So in your screen right now, what you see is our website. It's our unofficial website. That means that Jim Carrey is not directly affiliated or indirectly affiliated with our website. If it's a fan website, usually it's a fan or a group of fans who really likes the actor and decided to create a platform to serve as a news outlet regarding the actor's career. And that's what we do. It just so happens that in our case is actor Jim Carrey, who we love absolutely, whose career we adore. We love that man. We love his work. We appreciate it. We appreciate his talent. But that's what we are. We're a fan website. We don't post paparazzi pictures. We don't talk about Jim's private life. We don't discuss it at all. We may write articles regarding it if it's, unfortunately, usually these kinds of articles that we're talking about are usually because, a coworker or a colleague or a friend in the business unfortunately passed away, and that's something that it's always hard to write. But apart from that, or anything that Jim himself wants to share, we don't really go into his personal business, because that's his personal business, and we are fans. We're not part of his life. Unfortunately, we would love to meet him like every other fan would, but we are very realistically aware that the difficulty that may be. Now, if you want to learn more about our website, you can explore the website at your will. Okay, we have an archive of interviews and videos and galleries. You can check the latest news. You can even, if you want to know, subscribe to our newsletter over here. And if you really want to know more about the staff members, you can find us here at the end of the website. You just need to click on the option of About Jim Carrey Online, who immediately goes to our profiles. Now, we at Jim Carrey Online work as a family. It's not me, it's not the editor-in-chief, it's the team of Jim Carrey Online. So for that reason, I'm gonna hide my pictures and some stuff, but I'll explain to you while I'm doing it why I'm doing it. Now, currently, again, if you want to know more about us, you can go. You can also go to our forum to talk to other fans if you feel like it. Now, because we have a clear, platform dedicated to Jim Carrey, which is a fan website, when social media started to appear, we needed to have a presence there because our goal is to reach out to the biggest number of fans possible to let them know what's going on with Jim Carrey's career. About this website, there's something else I need to tell you. We exist for 26 years, meaning the website Jim Carrey Online was created 26 years. I've only been part of the family for the last 10. And even though I'm very proud to be part of this family, I knew right when I first found this website that it was the best when it comes to sources of information regarding Jim Carrey. I mean, I know that if I want to be updated on Jim's career, this is the website to go. So I'm very proud to be part of the family for the last 10 years. And with the social media, a need was felt to be part of the social media as a fan website because, of course, we want to reach out to the biggest number of fans possible. So a few years ago, many years ago, when Facebook showed up, a page was created. This is our page. It has a picture of Jim Carrey. In here, you'll find pictures and, news and all of that, okay? So we have this presence here. It's called Jim Carrey Online. This is our website. And if you want to go directly to it, you find our links everywhere. On social media, on the website, you find all the links, and even on Facebook, you can find here the website. So everything is connected. Hi, I know you can see my reflection. Hello. After that, the Jim Carrey Online Twitter account was created. This is our handler, as you can see. You can find us at Jim Carrey Online, okay? Without spaces. We use a picture of Jim Carrey, and again, we post news about Jim Carrey. We even say here, officially unofficial fan website for Jim Carrey Online. We created the account in April of 2009, so we even created first than Jim Carrey did, which is good. We're fans, we want to reach out, so it makes sense, okay? So as you can tell, we decided to do this to reach out fans, but you don't see a blue badge over here, right? Because, we are not a celebrity, and we are not Jim Carrey. We're not affiliated. You're gonna hear me repeat a lot of warnings and a lot of stuff throughout this video, but it's important because I find that just saying it once just won't do it, unfortunately. Now, more recently, we decided to, because as you know, with social media, there was a time when Facebook was usually popular, and then Twitter became popular, and currently Instagram is one of the most popular platforms. So we decided to create an Instagram account as well for our fan website. We called it Jim Carrey Online Official. Unfortunately, this has caused a bit of a problem because I don't know why you would DM someone without at least checking out the profile of that person. But we have lost track of the number of times we had answered DMs saying we are a fan account, not the real Jim Carrey. But apparently some people still decide to fall for it, unfortunately. But, it is what it is. As you can tell here, this is in fact, we even went to the trouble of mentioning this. We say in our profile, we are not Jim Carrey. Official Instagram account for the fan website Jim Carrey Online, your number one source of news about actor Jim Carrey. We put this here to warn people not to fall for the illusion that we are Jim Carrey. We're not. Again, we wish, but we're not affiliated to Jim Carrey. We love that man, but we're not pretending to be him. This is the fan website, social media, and the website. Now you know who we are, what's our goal, and where we are. you are a fan of Jim Carrey, so of course you want to know where Jim Carrey is. Well, Jim Carrey has only one social media account, and that is Twitter. There was a time when he had a Facebook page, but he deleted it. There was a time when he had a website, unfortunately no longer exists as well. And Jim has mentioned several times that he'll never be on Instagram. Now, as you can see, this is the official account for Jim Carrey. And it's official because he has this blue badge. This blue badge means that someone from the Twitter company met Jim and he was able to say, this is my account, I created, this is me. You can put a blue badge on it. And here it is, okay? It's a validation that it's the real Jim Carrey. Initially, in the beginning, because as you can see here, Jim joined in June of 2009. Initially, when he joined, he would reply every once in a while to some fans, okay? Not all the time. And currently, I don't think he replies to pretty much anyone, and when he does, it's a very rare occasion. Here it is. This is the only account of Jim Carrey. This is the only way you'll ever see Jim Carrey on social media, okay? In fact, Jim went to the trouble of mentioning this. In his profile, he says the only the only official social media account for actor and author Jim Carrey. Sometimes fans, like we decide to create pages or accounts dedicated to our favorite actors. And that's okay, that's legit as well to do, as long as you're not pretending to be the actor, because then it becomes a scam, not, a tribute. And most fans' accounts, the real ones, usually have tons of pictures of Jim on their posts, and they even mention in their profile that they are fan accounts. So they're not pretending in any way to say they're Jim Carrey. The reason why I decided and asked permission to Editor-in-Chief to do this video is because recently I found a very weird way to approach fans. But the main reason why I decided to do this video is because it's already bad enough that these scammers are using actors to reach out to fans to get money. But on a personal level, to me, I draw the line when it comes to families and people close to these actors, okay? Even assistants, people who work for them. And this is the reason why. We were approached via DM on our Instagram page by a fan from Brazil named S. So S shared with me that apparently someone pretending to be an assistant of Jim Carrey approached her, talked to her, and that she gave her a supposed phone number to talk to Jim Carrey. I'm going to put here the phone number in question. Now, I'm going to share with you the account, is this account, which I'm going to block pretty soon. It's true that Jim Carrey has an assistant. I'm not sure if he still does, but I think yes, called Nicole Montes. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'm so sorry, but he does have an assistant with his name. If you have a member of your family who's a celebrity, who cannot go anywhere without being approached by fans and people, and if you have a job that exposes you to the point that you never really know if people are approaching you because they really like you or if they're trying to get something from you, it makes sense to me that the family and friends who are anonymous, who are not part of the business of the entertainment industry, would be smart enough to make their accounts private. So usually people who are not in the entertainment industry, who have family members who are, tend to have their social media private in a way to protect themselves and their family member. So I'm sure that Nicole probably does have an Instagram account, but I can guarantee you two things. One, is probably private. And second, it wouldn't have Jim Carrey's face all over the place. And he wouldn't even say personal assistant to Jim Carrey in any way. Why? Because it would be an invite to be approached by people who don't know what boundaries are. Not to mention that, as you can see, it only has pictures of Jim Carrey, and most of them are not only old, so nothing recent, but they are all pictures that either Jim Carrey or people who hang out with Jim Carrey posted, or even photo shoots or posters. As you can see, this is a paparazzi picture, another paparazzi picture, who has at least 10 years. So, as you can see, it's bad. Not to mention that here, the name has absolutely nothing to do with the name they claim to be. Another red flag that I can show you is that it says here personal account, and it says personal assistant and assistant at JC23 Entertainment. It's true. Jim Carrey has a company, and that company at one point was called JC23 Entertainment. But in the last at least 5 to 6 years, probably more, no longer has this name. I'm not going to tell you what the name it is, but I can tell you right now that it's not this name. This is an old name of the company. This person is a scammer. Because nowadays, scammers are not pretending to be directly Jim Carrey. They're using bridges or liaisons of people, either assistants or family members, to try to lure fans to believe it's them, and then, of course, give you the contact information. Now, after this, I decided to check for myself, and I decided to do something that, to be honest with you all, I have very little patience for, and that is to give a little rope to a scammer to see if they're gonna hang himself. Here's what I decided to do. I decided to follow this person with my own personal account, which I hate doing, because again, even though my personal account is not private, I don't share my Instagram account with anyone unless I know that person a little bit more. I don't prevent anyone to follow me unless they approach me in a weird way. Recently, I've been approached by someone who clearly wanted to meet someone for a relationship, and I'm not interested in that, especially online. So, I decided to follow this person, and this is where the plot decided to thicken. I decided to approach this person that I already knew it was a scammer. So what I did was I followed and said hello on a private message. Now, as you can see, I'm hiding my private messages with people that I know from my personal life. But here's what the conversation took place. I said, hello. Hello, dear. How are you doing? I'm good. And you? You can see here the time of the conversation to make it easier. And she said, okay, I'm Nicole Montes. I'm from Canada. Nice to meet you here. I'm James Eugene Carey, personal assistant. I work with him. Really? Yep. I would think someone who worked, again, English mistake, I would think someone who worked with him would make a secret of it. Sure, not everyone knows. I just said it to you now, so keep it as a secret. Which is quite funny, people, because if she makes it a secret, then why mention that she's a personal assistant and assistant to JC23 Entertainment? Secret. Right, she's terrible at it, apparently. Actually, it's no secret. Loyal fans of Jim have known for a while that Jim has had an assistant named Nicole Montes. So yeah, sorry. Sorry for what? For not being a secret. And sorry for letting you know that. Okay, great. So tell me, what do you know about Jim? So one thing that you need to know about scammers is that they don't really answer directly to your questions. Because they're following a script. You know what I mean? So because they're following your script, they are not allowed to improvise that much. So sometimes you ask something and you'll find that they're not going to ignore. Not to mention their own English is bad. I mean, I have the excuse, English is my second language. But first of all, I don't know what nationality the real Nicole has, but I can guarantee you that it doesn't matter if it's Canadian or not, she would know English for sure. Tell me more if you are really Jim Carrey fan. Bad spelling. Tell me more if you really are a Jim Carrey fan. But okay. Lol, you work with him, right? You tell me. Yes, I work with him. Then I'm sure you know way more than I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Just wanted to hear from you, your experience and your support, your love towards him, and what do you like most about him? Sorry for my question, dear. This dear thing, it's driving me insane. Jim is an amazing artist. I love his work. I don't know him on a personal level, but then again, as fans, we have the faith that he is cool. Wow, that's great. Well, Jim Carrey is doing well, thanks. Good. You know, Jim is retiring very soon, and we have received a lot of comments with good and amazing words towards him. Jim loves you all, and he will always stand by you people because you people made it easier for him. It's an honor to see his talent. Thank you. You know, I don't know you, but your text is amazing, and I think I like you. Well, if you want, I can direct you to Jim Carrey, but you'll promise to be honest with him. This is between me and you, so if you want, then I can. Guys, this English is so bad written, it's driving me insane, and again, it's my second language. Not to mention that, do you see how long the conversation took? The messages took for him to say, you know what, I like you, I'm gonna give you the contact of Jim Carrey. Nobody in their right mind would do something like that if they really wanted to keep a secret and if they really were good people. I mean, I'm a very loyal person. I don't know if you watching this are, but if someone trusts me with a secret, I'm going to go to my grave with it. So this is to me just proves disloyalty. If she actually was Jim's assistant, which we all know it's not. Sure, I would love to. Okay, send me your WhatsApp number. Then I forwarded it to him through my office mail. Please be honest with him. Which is quite funny, really. Be honest with him? Are you fucking kidding me? You be honest. And here's the thing. Again, it goes back to my privacy, guys. I'm a very private person. I don't give my phone number to anyone because I have bad experiences before. So, I used an excuse not to give my phone number. To do that, I said that I couldn't use WhatsApp. And this person didn't even bother to ask why. She just said, okay. Now, because I really wanted to lure the scammer to contact me, because probably this person who's pretending to be Nicole is the exact same person who's going to talk to me pretending to be Jim. Okay? So here it is. Okay. Sorry, but my phone broke down. Right now I can only communicate via email or social media. Okay, where are you from? Send me your email address. I said, Italy. I lied. So I used the email, not that stupida, which is, by the way, and I'm only going to share this video after I ended this account. So don't bother contacting me. I deleted the account. I created an email from scratch for this called Not That Stupid, only instead of using the word stupid in English, I use it in Portuguese because I figured they wouldn't find out. Okay, wait for him to text you, okay? Sure. Hey, James told me that he texted you on email. Sorry to bother you. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Okay, and so far, we haven't got any contact. At all. Hello, I just wanted to give you all a little update. It no longer exists anymore. The person either deleted or something. And I also blocked the Instagram user. It got deleted. It doesn't work anymore. And a little after this person stopped talking to me. And by the way, she only disappeared a few days after I started the conversation with this supposed Jim Carrey, which is a scammer. This is a scammer. Let's call it Scammer 1 to make it easier for everyone. I received this message from someone called James Eugene Carrey. I'm going to click on it so you can see the email. Okay. The contact information, in case you guys want to know. Here it is. It's a fake, of course. It's Jim Eugene Carrey 612 gmail or gmail.com. Let's discard this because I don't want to send any emails to this guy anymore. And he sent me this first message saying, "Hello dear, how are you doing today? Your number was forwarded to me from my personal assistant Nicole Montes through my office mail. Nice to meet you. I'm James, popularly known as Jim Carrey. My plan, guys, to be honest, was to show you the full conversation. But initially, the scammer, when they approached me, they wanted our conversations to happen via WhatsApp. That would be easier to scroll down and show you, and also it would be quicker to text message each other at any time of the day than through an email. I decided not to give, as I mentioned earlier, I decided not to give my WhatsApp number because that's my phone number and I use it in my personal life, and I don't want any scammer to have my number. So I decided to create an email and exchange messages through this, which is complicated. Emails are not really good for this. But anyway, there's a chain of conversation divided in 2 different emails, and I'm going to show you the most important things for you to notice. Because early on, I said to him that I wanted to video chat or meet, and I really wanted to see him. And of course, as usually, these scammers find an excuse not to do that. One of the main excuses they use is the fact that, in this case, being an actor, that he's currently filming and his management or his people don't allow him to do that, which we all know is fucking bullshit. But okay, So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point out some of the most important messages, and I'm also gonna explain to you that English is also, here's the thing, guys, and if you're hearing me closely, you can tell that I'm gonna make grammar mistakes because English is my second language, although I think that even my pronunciation is where I have more difficulty because I don't speak that much English. But in terms of writing, I'm way better than these scammers because I can tell grammar errors here that someone like Jim Carrey, who grew up with the English language, in his case, isn't the second language, it's the main language he speaks, are mistakes that you wouldn't do, period. And in this case, we can even use the excuse of, computer or, the autocorrect or something like that, because that doesn't work in this case. So, I'm going to show you the key messages. One thing to notice is that the first time he messaged me was June 15. This is important, okay? And you're gonna see why in a minute, okay? He asks me questions, and every time he says, sorry to ask, and then he uses this dear all the time, which is a term of endearment. It's something that you call someone that you have a level of intimacy usually with. And the thing is, if you are a Jim Carrey fan and you have seen at least one interview of Jim, you know he doesn't have the habit of calling people like that. No matter if it's someone that he knows very closely, he doesn't treat people like that. It's not something that he usually does. So this to me is nerve-wracking because right there you can already tell that is definitely not Jim Carrey, obviously. Oh, and by the way, I cannot stress this enough. I know these are not Jim Carrey. I know that these are scammers, okay? I just decided to film this video and show and give them a little rope. I wanted to show you the full process, or at least the many methods that some scammers use to get money. Because currently, right now, apparently I'm talking to 3 Jim Carreys. And I don't know about you, but I guarantee you there's only one, and he's not gonna pretend to be 3 different Jim Carreys to talk to you, okay? Plain and simple. Caught him in a lie, because sometimes these scammers don't even do a full research on the actor they're trying to impersonate. So he asked me if I was single. I said, yes, I'm single, I live alone, and I asked, how are your kids? I know that Jim Carrey only has a daughter, but I wanted to see if he knew, and of course, he did. Well, my daughter is fine, thanks for asking. Okay, good. At least he did a little research. He says something to the lines that, well, she told me everything. I'm trying my best to put a stop on those people who are impersonating me. I know it's very difficult, but I'm doing my best, dear. Here's the goddamn dear again. He asks me questions about my job, how my day is going, blah, 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 friendly, blah, 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 blah. Here's this thing. He told me that he was filming a movie. And I asked where, and he says that he's in Germany right now. Right here, you can tell. Guess what, people? Jim Carrey is not currently filming. In fact, if you all are aware of what's going on with it. If you listen to this and you're a fan of Jim Carrey, then you know that recently Jim even mentioned retirement, even mentioned that he was gonna stop doing movies, at least for a while. So this is a blunt lie. It doesn't get better than this. It's just a fucking blunt lie. Period. It's taking forever for this guy to actually ask me for money. This is taking forever. This has been the scammer who has taken the longest to ask for money, or at least to prove himself to be a scammer. And to be honest with you, I'm done with this. Okay, because this started June 15. Okay, 18. So it's July 18. So it has been about a month since we started this conversation. And to be honest with you guys, I'm just bored and I'm fucking tired. Okay, I don't want to be talking to this guy for months and months on end. I want to end this as soon as possible. I'm sick and tired of this. I really am. I'm done. I have a life to live and I want to be, thinking about these idiots. He asked for a picture of myself and I sent him a picture that I researched on Google. So it was a random picture. Not only I mentioned that I was from Italy, I actually had to give him a city. So I used the city of Turin. I tried to because I know that this scammer in particular, he uses the excuse of wanting to go and visit you, but doesn't have access to money to ask you for money. That's what this Brazilian fan told me. So for that reason, I decided to, ask if he had free time and maybe he could go, to visit me. And oh, here it is. And this is what was important. As I mentioned, the start of our conversation happened on June 15. Right now is June 28th. So roughly about 15 days later, and apparently he has fallen in love with me. Wow, that man is quick. By the way, may not even be a man behind this. It could be, the scammer could be a woman. I fucking don't know. Frankly, I don't care. Anyway, I want you to know that since the day we met, I've fallen for you. There are no words to express the gratitude I feel in my heart that you came into my life, and I make every day so special. You are my heart, my soul. I love you more today than I did yesterday, and I love you more tomorrow than I did today. What a fucking bullshit, people. Seriously? In 15 days of barely 1 or 2 texts, maybe a day, you are in love with me? Seriously, this is so ridiculous. He sent me a picture that, in case you guys don't know, it's a picture from a red carpet event. Say that I love him to make sure if, he believes that to make him believe that I believe the lie, which is laughable. And I said, this is another thing. I said to him, let's video chat or meet. I really want to see you. And here's the excuses, because scammers always find an excuse to make sure they cannot, if they video chat, they will show the face. And you have to be really crazy not to be able to tell the difference between Jim Carrey and another person. So scammers usually avoid video chat and audios for the exact same reason. So he said, I would love that too, but not possible here in email and here in studio too. So I don't know. I really want to meet you and hug you tight. And I said, well, you don't have a phone or computer, so we can video chat. We need to find a way. I really want to see you. So here's the excuse for not being able to video chat. Well, I understand you and I really want it. I want to... Have you noticed there's barely any punctuations in this text? This is something that, again, someone who speaks English would be able to do. Well, I understand you and I really want it. I want to see you, but how can I do it here at iStudio? iStudio? Oh my god. I'm here in Germany and I'm working on my new project, so just be patient. I will come over there because after my project, then I'm going for vacation. Then I will come over here. Believe me, I'm a celebrity and you know that my community doesn't allow it. But I love you and I choose you over everything, so don't worry, I'm always here for you. You guys see even the contradictions of what he's saying, right, guys? Come on, please. In here, in the next message that my response to it, I tried to tempt him in asking me for money to be able to meet him. Because I say, so you're telling me we can meet or video chat video before you finish? I'm busy too, and in a few days even more. I'm expecting a big payday, and still I would find time to see you, even if just for 2 minutes. So I say here I'm expecting a big payday to let him think that I do have money. So eventually you'll be able to ask me for it. And he said, "You don't get it, treasure. I want it more than you. I mean, I love you and I want you right now, but I just want to respect my community. I can do it, but my management won't like it because it's not acceptable here in studio. But I promise that whenever I find a time, then I will let you know, okay." See? Excuses and excuses and then the excuse. Just be patient. Then you'll have what you want for yourself. They all work for me. They are my worker and I need to give them respect. Actually, I can call you if I want, but not unfair, because everyone... Not unfair? Oh, God. Because everyone knows the rules abide to us here in studio. We don't even go out. You know, this will be my last movie. I mean, after this, then I'm done with creative. Just want to spend the rest of my life with you, treasure. Blah, 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 blah. Got it, people? If this doesn't show you that this is a scammer, I fucking don't know what will. This is sickening. You know, this is so not Jim Carrey, it's not even funny. The conversations have been very slowly. The last message he sent me, I'm trying to do this slowly so you can pause and read it if you want to. Oh, let me put this bigger so you'll be able to read it, the full message. Because my plan was to originally read you all this, but frankly, I'm done. I'm done with this guy. And I'm gonna be done, hopefully, as soon as possible. See, the last message one was on Friday, July 15. So 3 days ago. Well, I don't give a shit because I'm gonna end the conversation there. This is the official page for actor Chris Evans. And if you are a fan of Chris Evans, I have full respect for you. I think he's an amazing actor. I like him as well. I don't follow his career per se, and I don't follow him on social media at all. But my story today that happened to me, that's why it's so funny. This is not my real page. I'm using my fake profile that I'm going to delete to record this. But here's the thing. This is Chris Evans. He's mostly known currently for playing Captain America in Marvel, even though he's an amazing actor and has done amazing different projects. Now, the reason why I wanted to be in this page to show you something. You see this little blue badge over here? Well, whether in Twitter or Facebook, on Instagram, this blue badge is extremely important because is what proves to you that an account is validated, that it's really the actor or the artist or the singer or the person behind it with the name there behind it, okay? And one thing that I want you to notice is that the blue badge is, blue. It's a round blue with little spikes, and then it has this check mark in white. This is important. Now, this is Chris Evans, and, a few weeks ago, he posted this picture here about the death of his iPhone 6. And I, in my personal account, was reading what he wrote, and then I was checking out some comments of some people, and there was one person who asked, "You still have an iPhone 6?" Which tells me that he's the kind of person that when he bought his phone, and he only stopped using it and bought another one when the one he was using it got ruined, got damaged, right? So I could relate, and I decided to do something that I rarely do, which is commenting on a page that I don't follow. I don't follow Chris Evans' account, but I did comment on this post. So after I did that, something very curious happened. This happened. This guy started following me. Now, if you pay close attention, I'm gonna put right here the fake profile and the real profile. First of all, it says official 422. It doesn't have a blue badge, which makes it not official. It copies pretty much the same profile that the real Chris Evans has. And in terms of posts, it only has 4. It have many following people, mostly women. I'm going to tell you right now. You cannot check it because I print screen and I block his ass. And then the account is private. Now, this account was easy to report and block, contrary to Jim Carrey, because Jim Carrey, as I mentioned early on, you cannot report as pretend to be someone else because they only allow you to report accounts like that when they pretend to be a celebrity or public figure when the person has a presence on Instagram. And Chris Evans does. Now, scammers often follow mostly women, and usually the account is private. And then something else happened. This is the settings of my Instagram. I did a print screen of it where I posted the story. The story that I posted is about, of course, this fake page. And I said the truth. I said, whoa, yesterday I made a comment on one of the posts from Chris Evans. Today I got a notification that this fucker is following me. Apparently that's all it takes now for scammers. One comment. Report and block. And this is what's shocking to me. I only comment one time. I don't follow this person, yet I'm being approached by scammers. This is sickening at best. And one thing that I noticed is that there was this account that saw my story called Lisa Capuano with a picture of a lady with Chris Evans. And I clicked on it. And when I clicked on it, it went to this page. This page is someone calling himself Lisa Capuano. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing the last name. Okay, I'm so sorry. 509. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation, whatever. I love you, son. So this person is supposedly to be Chris Evans' mother. And this is where it starts to enrage me. Because it's already bad enough that there's scammers out there pretending to celebrities. But I personally draw a line. And more importantly, I think it's extremely enraging that they're using family members of these people to try to scam people. It's sickening. It really is. If Chris Evans' mother has an account, it's probably private. And for a reason. Because you never know what kind of sick people try to contact, trying to get to her son through her. So, it's probably private. I tried to Google to find out if there's any official account for her so I could report it and make sure that the report would fall through. I found an account that could be her. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter at this point. I reported and blocked. That's the only thing that I could do. But this is sickening. And this is the new method now. And then we have this guy, which, by the way, still exists. Yep, that's right. This guy it's still on Instagram. In fact, I already reported and blocked it, but I'll advise you all, if you're watching this, do it again. Because this guy sent me a DM on my personal account. Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm from Chris Evans' management team to receive feedback from active followers. Hope you don't mind. It's clearly a scammer because, one, I don't follow Chris Evans, so I don't know what he means with active followers. This is fucking bullshit. So we had a bit of a conversation, and I immediately said to him, "No, you're a scammer, and I don't have time for people like that." And he said, and by the way, he ignored my insult, actually. He said, "We've been receiving reports from fans about imposters. Chris decided to set up safety sweep team to track down all fake profiles on all social media platforms. Have you come across fake profiles?" And I said, "Yes, I have, although regarding Chris, only 2. I don't follow him in social media. I just commented in one post, blah, blah, blah." And I asked, "How do I know you are who you say you are?" And he said, "I work for him and I'll get you proof." That's what he told me, that he was going to get me proof. Right. Just be on the lookout should in case you encounter, this is such a bad English, should in case you encounter any. Please do well to take a screenshot and send to me. Chris Evans has only one account on Instagram, and that is with a blue verified tick. Want to know something funny? Is that they ask you, all these scammers ask, and you notice with the previous one regarding Jim Carrey, if you have dealt with scammers and that there were a lot of fakes out there. And they do that now because they have to embrace the fact that there has become a bit of a pandemic of scammers. And it's a way for them to give the illusion of being believable because, hey, we know there's scammers out there. I'm not one of them, but I know, kind of thing. Which is, again, fucking bullshit, And I said, Chris can never write any fan on Instagram. Again, bad English. I show him the two print screens of the two accounts that I just mentioned to you guys. And I said, I'm sorry for asking for proof, but these cameras have become a new pandemic. Actor Chris Evans is not the only one who has been used. There is many out there. There's many, and they are using. Sorry, I misspelled these two words. Using family members and people who work for them to scam people. Okay, just block them. Okay, they are scammers. There are. Not there are is they are, but okay. Tell me if you were given the opportunity to get a message through to Chris, how would it be? What would it be? He asked for my full name and my age. I say that I'm 36, which I am, and I say that my name is Eva. I'm hiding my last name, guys. Sorry. So if you work from him, and I say, in fact, I did send him a DM. So if you work for him, just ask him to reply to my DM. That's easy to prove. And then he says he does not write to fans on Instagram. But if you really work for Chris Evans, you could easily tell Chris to answer my DM and prove it without, causing that much issue. But of course, they found excuses not to, prove because they know they cannot prove. They are scammers, they're not the real. Here's where things get interesting. Because he decides to send me 3 screenshots of a conversation he has. The problem is the conversation that he's having is not with Chris Evans. It's with Tom Cruise. And the count is for Tom Cruise. See? Here's the thing. Tom Cruise, you see the blue badge over there? Yeah. You see that it's black on the inside? You want to know why it is? Because this was probably a conversation made via Photoshop. This is not a real conversation with Tom Cruise at all. He gets this reply. I'm not even gonna bother, reading out loud. You can read it for yourselves. Sends a print screen of the first part of my conversation with him, to make it believable. He keeps telling me that I encounter, and that I'm very passionate about his work, which is quite funny because we're talking about Chris Evans and then we end up talking about Tom Cruise. I don't know what the fuck happened, but okay. Blah, blah, blah. That's nice of you. I must commend your work. Make sure the fake profiles are reported. This is such a bad English. Here's the rest of the conversation. I don't know if I've seen her before, but since you say she's an old fan and a great supporter of my work, connecting with her wouldn't be a bad idea. I can also feel it from his conversation with you. It should be her conversation with you, but okay. You can give her my private WhatsApp number. Mind you, no rude messages, and please, she must keep it a secret and private to avoid invitation from unknown persons. Thanks, keep the good work. Alright, sir, I'll do just that. These are challenges you may get, but make sure you make them understand this is a fight against imposters and keep my contact with private, okay? No one must know I'm talking to her, okay? Okay, sir. This is the same person. The okay all the time. They're little, gestures and tics that we usually have that are out of habit, even in language. And clearly the scammer is the okay thing. And he showed me these 3 print screens. That's why, and then he goes with, congratulations. I'll say today is your lucky day. Tom Cruise has instructed I give you his personal WhatsApp number. Here's the number. I'm gonna keep it on screen because I don't give a shit. This phone number that I don't recognize, obviously, after carefully reading the screenshot. How do you feel about this? And I told him, I feel you are a fucking liar and a scammer. I have seen this method before, which is true. He actually replies to me after this saying, I'm sorry you feel like that or something like that. Because scammers always try to find an excuse even when they're caught in a lie. Okay? It is what it is. One way for you to tell these scammers to fuck off is even to correct their grammar. Because if you do that, probably they will realize that you're smarter than you look and you'll stop the conversation. So, yeah. After this, I reported the account, but I think the account still exists. I was getting nowhere with this scammer. And I wanted to be able to show you the full scam of at least one of these guys to get you to send money. And I was able to succeed in doing that, but not with this guy that I just told you about. So I decided to create a new Instagram account, one that again I'm going to delete, so no need to look for me. I use a fake name, and the picture is actually a picture of myself, but just my eye, and it's on purpose because I didn't want to show a full picture of myself. It's even cut that way, by the way. And what I did was, the people that I'm following, which is 31 in this case, are all people that was suggested to me. So early on, when you create an Instagram account, they give you ideas and people for you to follow as suggestions. And I accept them all. I didn't give a shit, even people that I don't usually follow, I'm following, just to build a base and to make it more believable that I'm actually using this account. I have some followers, but, including some Jim Carreys, and one of them, and I say in my profile, I love Jim Carrey, please no scammers, because one of the ways that these scammers also scan for people to try to get money from is if you have in your profile saying that you're a fan of Jim Carrey or a fan of any actor, they also use that as a way to try to get you. Not only that, but they also pay attention if you are someone who comments a lot, or actually, to be honest, I went through the experience recently that even just one comment is enough to get people, scammers, to try get money from you. And I'll tell you that story after this, because it's ridiculous, frankly. But again, I decided to create this account. Now, I start following some Jim Carrey profiles. And there's one in particular that I'm going to click here. This guy is someone that I already reported on Instagram through my personal page. In fact, I blocked this account in my personal page. What's sickening is the profile of this person, because if you read it, and in case you can't, I'm gonna quote it for you. This is my only official private page, specially dedicated to devoted fans only. No room for skepticism. Quite funny that these scammers contradict themselves all the time. Like they tell you on a private matter that you should not tell them that you are contacting with them, but then they say it's dedicated to devoted fans only. No room for skepticism, because of course the son of a bitch wants to try to get the most money. And trust me, he will. This is the guy that I'm gonna talk about in this video. There's another Jim Carrey here that I had a conversation with, but frankly, it's actually going nowhere, and I'm sick and tired of these stupid questions. So I'm gonna end this pretty soon. I have no calling to be an actor, but I had to pretend that I believe whatever shit they're trying to push down my throat here. So I started following this guy, and automatically he immediately was the one who started the conversation. I noticed that they prefer if they start the conversation, not the other way around, which I think it's quite funny. So here's the conversation, and he says, "Hi there, I've been monitoring your profile for quite a while now, and I noticed that noticed that you're truly a huge fan of my works. Hope I'm not mistaken. I have monitoring your profile for quite a while. When this guy sent me this message, I had the profile for 2 days. So I don't know what the fuck he means with quite a while, but okay, whatever. I played dumb. I said, no, you're not mistaken. I love your work. My pleasure." And he justifies it. Like, actually, this is my personal account, different from my official page, being managed by administrating. I'm hoping to use this medium to create a mutual relationship with a few fans here willing. That's nice of you. So tell me, how long have you been my fan, and what do you really like about me? I say that I've been his fan, blah, 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 blah. You can read my replies because this is so sickening. That's nice to hear. I'm trying to put a stop to those imposters impersonating and tarnishing my image to the general public. Have you heard any bad experience from those con artists so far? No, not at all. But then again, I created my account just a few days ago. There's many imposters? Again, I play dumb. Are you new to Instagram? Yes, I just created the account because I'm currently without a phone, so this way I can talk to some people. I keep using the excuse that I don't have a phone, so they don't ask for my phone number right off the bat, because guess what? I'm not giving it. And please, 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 if you are listening to this, don't ever give any of your personal contacts to any scammers. It doesn't matter what they are or the fucking excuse they use. You shouldn't give your personal information to your friends, much less to a scammer or someone you barely know. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you need to be very careful, security conscious, and more vigilant on here. There are a lot of scams going on Instagram and Facebook, people claiming to be me. And I was in a meeting with Facebook a few weeks ago to complain about this tragedy. Please be careful. My online security team has been able to track down a lot of fake profiles and also apprehend people behind the profile as they are seriously being dealt with, but I'm sure they won't stop. Another thing that you need to notice with scammers is the lack of grammar. And I know that I keep saying that all the time, but here's the thing. Jim Carrey writes well. This is someone who barely speaks English at all. There's no periods, there's no commas, there's no, the speech is very rehearsed and very scripted. And you can tell they usually don't answer your questions directly. They kind of brush them off. Because again, they have a script to follow, And another thing, he had a meeting with Facebook, which is quite funny. Because Jim Carrey doesn't have a Facebook account for years now. So, I don't know who's in a meeting with. Definitely not Facebook. And I said, do you have a Facebook page, a real one? I don't want to see fakers. And he says, of course, I don't have an official Facebook page. I only have an official Twitter page with a blue check. And it's being managed by my page administrator, strictly for business purposes. Which is bullshit again. Jim Carrey has always run his Twitter account. Always. In the last few years, especially when he was doing his drawing projects that he shared on Twitter, he also put an assistant who also was in charge of the Twitter. So both he and assistant run the account. It isn't just business, and it isn't just run by an assistant and not Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey always has a say on his Twitter account. Always had. Due to the ongoing media crisis, I really don't reply or text anyone of my fan on here. Should be fans on here. Can we talk somewhere more private for a fluent communication? And I said, I don't have a phone to talk. Funny. So what are you using to talk on here? Computer. You can use Instagram in a browser. I understand you, dear. There's a dear again. You can also install the Google Chat email from my browser for proper communication. He wanted me to add the Google Chat. And initially I clicked on it and I realized it was from Apple, and I decided to play dumb and say, I don't have anything Apple to use an exclusive app. Again, I play dumb. And this app, I think it's mainly used for companies to manage groups of people. And no wonder this guy has to manage a group of people. They take forever to reply to you because they are scamming multiple people at once. So they're talking to multiple people at once. So clearly they need an app that allows them to have many conversations with many people at once. Makes it easier, right? So yeah, I gave him an excuse for not wanting to install the app. And then I gave him his email because I told him that I could only talk via email. And he says that I'll send you an email when the time permits. I have some special gifts presented for you. Thanks a lot for your time. You're indeed a true fan and also a nice and friendly person. I do give a special gift to few lucky fans who I talk with here. I congratulate you, and you'll be getting a special gift from me. Okay, my pleasure. You'll have to send your full name and location to my manager in charge of distributing fan gifts. I will notify him about you and we will await your email. Sure. Do you understand me? I do. I'm waiting for the email. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send it to you right away. See, this is a slip of the tongue because he told me that his management was going to send the email, but apparently he is. Of course he is. And he uses this email that I'm going to put in big so you can all see. Okay, and I don't give a shit if he gets spam from this. Whatever. It's Thomas Anders official 27gmail.com. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. I don't care. This is the email that he gave me. And he said to me that, send him an email request for your special fan present for me. Okay, and then he sent me two pictures. One is of this MacBook Air, so an Apple computer, okay? And then he sends me a picture of this bag of cash that supposedly has $50,000. Yeah. Funny thing, you notice here this little sticker on the bag? Let me show you. It says casino. So in reality, what this probably is a bag of money from a casino. The way that they probably, at the end of the day or at the day of a certain or after. I don't know how casinos really work with this, but just like what happens in supermarkets, when at the end of the cashier's shift, they pick up the money and deliver to and go somewhere in the office to put it and to save it on and to save it. I think this is probably the same thing that a casino does. Instead, they put it, in bags or something. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all to me because this is all freaking. In fact, even says here true vault. So this is probably to be put in a vault somewhere. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking lie, as I knew. That's what you'll be getting from my manager for being a loyal and true fan. Much love. My pleasure. That's a brand new MacBook Pro. It's end-to-end encrypted for security purpose. Once you get your presents, you'll be able to iChat with me through the MacBook, okay? Keep me updated once you send me an email to my manager, okay? I just did, It's okay, have a great day. He asked me where I was located again. I mentioned. Now he's chit-chatting, because now he thinks he has me. So he figures until this girl sends me the money, I need to chit-chat with her so she'll know that I mean business. So that's what he has done so far. He keeps asking me to check my email because, of course, he wants to know. Have a great day, Sophia. How's my work? La 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 la. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna continue this conversation in a minute. So let's going back to my email, right? Here it is. I received this email from an official management team from this guy. Again, same address that this guy sent me. With this, not this one. Hold on. With this. So yeah. The idea was you need to send the management team, which is with this email, okay, a message saying that, you're waiting for a gift from Jim Carrey, which I did. You can read it. And then I got this reply. Top of the day, Miss Sophia Rizzo. I don't know what the fuck this means. I don't care. I have been instructed to help you distribute your special presents from actor Jim Eugene Carrey safely without any complications. Please provide the information below to help us carry out a safe distribution of your doorstep. Full name, house address, phone number, email, city, and country. This is very dangerous, okay? Please, please, please don't. Email it's one thing, but don't give your house address, your full name, or your phone number, or anything like this, okay? This is dangerous because you have no idea what they're willing to do and what kind of information they may get from this. And of course, they keep saying shit like this. We assure you that we'll proceed with the distribution of your special fans presents as soon as your details are sent to us and confirmed. We advise you to contact us immediately and send your details. We await your urgent response, and we are here to render the best of our service to you. To avoid complications, kindly follow our directives. As soon as we receive your details, we will update you in the next stage of the distribution of your special fans gift. Thank you for contacting. Director of Special Fans Gift Distribution, Thomas Andrews. Yeah, I replied with my contacts. Here's the funny thing. This is again my fake name. My name is Eva, not Sophie or Sophia. But I gave him the first and last name, and I had to make up a second name, just for the sake of it. I said Sophia Miguel Rizzo. I said that I don't have a phone currently, and I said that I told him that. I gave him the email that I did that, and I said that I was in Turin, Italy. You're probably wondering, wait a minute, Eva, you just told us not to give an address and you gave them an address? Yes, I did. I gave him an address to make it believable. But the address that I gave him is from a hotel. Okay, so it's a known address. It's not a private business or a private person's address. It's the address of a hotel. Okay? But since they're not going to send anything without me, trust me, paying, it's fine. I said thank you very much. And then I got another email saying this. This is to inform you that we'll have received and confirm your details. Which is bullshit. If they had confirmed, they would know I sent them the email to a hotel in Torrent. And I confirm your details. We'll deliver your special fence present directly to your phone address, which you sent to us without any complications. We'd like to notify you that we have calculated your local government charges due to COVID-19 and insurance fee to be 850 euros. It's probably the same thing in dollars for those of you in America. This would enable us to carry out your distribution when your payment is received. As soon as you make the transfer and funds hit our account, it will take 2 to 3 working days before your special fan gifts delivery would arrive at your doorstep in Turin, Italy. The reason you have to make the payment of 850 euros is for the local government charges and insurance fee before delivered. We would have to perfect all necessary documents back in delivery of your special fans package so it does not fall into any problems with the customs service due to COVID-19. Note that your package is a brand new Mac Pro and a cash prize of $50,000, well packaged in a suitcase, which has been registered, and immediately you remit the fee. We would immediately proceed to... I'm sick and tired of this crap. With your urgency response, I will here to render the best service to you. To avoid complications, kindly follow our directives. This seems like a professional email, but it's not. First of all, because a professional email from a company, usually it's not on bold, okay? Because this is even hurts the eyes. Blah, 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 blah. Alternate email. They gave me private diplomats and security service. They gave me an alternative email that I have no fucking idea what this is, and I don't give a shit. Please retain this line in all replies. Blah, blah, blah. About the packaging, blah, 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 the calculation. And I said, okay, what do I do next? And here's where this gets interesting. Oh, because here's the thing. Before this, the scammer asked me, I said, just one question. Where do I send the money to? The email doesn't explain that. Money for what, dear? Plain stupid. I thought I gave you my managers in charge of the gift distribution email. I'm too busy for that, so please kindly send them email once you have any questions, okay? Isn't this your team? And I gave him a print screen of my computer, which is fine, by the way, because it doesn't show any details of myself. See? It doesn't show. And he said, yeah, that's my official management team. Hope you're following their drafts to enable you to get your special presents. I am, but I'm confused. I haven't responded to the last email yet. Why confuse you? What do I do next? I'm here. Where you ask to do? See? Bad English again. You don't need to be confused, my dear. You really deserve the special fan's present because you have been a true fan to me. Oh, please kindly contact them for more info on how to get your special fans presents, blah, blah, blah. More chit-chat. He asked me if I went to church, what religion I was, blah, blah, blah. Have you gotten the necessary info you needed? I already replied. He keeps asking me to give him an update, because of course he wants to know. Once you receive your special fans presents, I can't wait to chat you. It has always been my longing desire to enjoy this personal friendship with my true friends like you. Thank you, I will. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, payment, let me go on. Then I received this email. Top of the day, Miss Sophia. You'll need to make the payment of $850 for the local government charges due to COVID-19 and insurance fee within 3 working days. Just to clarify to all of you watching this, you may have to pay to get a package to your house, but I can guarantee you that it doesn't matter where it is in the fucking world, it would never be 850 euros. Okay, that's way too much. 50 at best, okay? Not 850, okay? So this is where the scammer is actually get his money. He doesn't have a computer to send me. He doesn't have that money to send me. It's fucking bullshit. What he wants, the money that he's asking me, the money that is going to be directly into his bank account, is the 850 euros that he wants. Okay, guys, that's a scheme. That's why they do this to multiple people. If 10 people that they contact all fall for this and send the money, they get a pretty big money. And they use the idea that they're going to send you a gift, which is fucking bullshit. Okay? Please, again, don't fall for this. Now, you cannot see, because he used a different color of font, maybe to disguise it, but here it is what it said. Payment methods are as follows: mobile transfer, bank transfer, Bitcoin, bank deposit. And I chose bank deposit. So they need to give me the details of their bank so I can deposit the money. And I asked this on purpose. So tell me, what's your preferred payment method for making the payment for the special gift distribution? I said to him bank deposit. And I said I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be Monday. So he said, all right, Sophia, once you get your present, I need you to take the 50,000 and go for a shopping and also a vacation. Quite funny, isn't it? Feel free to write me more about yourself. We are friends now. Friendship goes beyond just sharing time together, and it's long-lasting. Family and friendship can mean different things to different people. Okay, I will. On the advice of this is the funny thing. And here's the part of the video, people, when I may actually get sued by a scammer's fake attorney. Why? Because he says something like this. On the advice of my attorney, and for the sake of security and privacy, please, I don't want to entertain any buzz on my media walls. So you keep our conversations private and secure, okay? Of course. Don't worry. I trust you. Then he asks me more questions, blah, blah, blah. What's your favorite movie? I say Dumb and Dumber. He asked me how I chose Dumb and Dumber, and I said, it's so funny, I love comedy, which is true, I do love comedy, but in his case, I just didn't want to say because, I'm dealing with two Dumb and Dumber scammers. Happens all the time, right? And this is where, he asks what my opinion or view is on family and friendship, blah, 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 blah. You can read it if you want. I'm going to move on. And, I think this guy kind of went a little preachy on the last message, but I don't care. He says he's online now. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to reply to him anymore. And this other guy is another Jim Carrey. So as you can tell, I'm currently talking to 3 Jim Carreys. None of them are Jim Carrey. I'm filming this the day after the last shot that you saw of me showing this email where they ask you here to choose the payment methods to pay the supposed 850 euros that you need to pay to get the gifts that supposedly Jim Carrey is going to give you. Which we all know at this point is bullshit. The only reason why, and as I mentioned before, I only gave rope to the scammers because I wanted to see not only how far they would take it, but what's the bottom line. So after this email, I sent a reply saying that I chose as a way to give them the money, bank deposit. Why? Mobile transfer must be with an app. I have never done it, so I don't know. Bank transfer, it's also, from one account to the other. And bank deposit is when you go to your bank and you say, I want to put this money on a certain account, and they'll do that. And the reason why I chose that is because for that to happen, they need to give me details of the accounts, and that's exactly what I wanted. They also have here Bitcoin as an option for some stupid reason. This is still, I don't know how to even deal with this, so it doesn't matter. I chose bank deposit. And then on the 18th, they sent me this email. Hello, Mrs. Sophia Rizzo. Thanks for updating us as soon as possible. Below is the bank account information for the bank deposit payment from our nearest diplomatic agent in Italy. You know what this means, guys? In case you haven't figured out, our nearest diplomatic agent. This thing, I'm going to say this again. You know what this, I'm going to highlight so you guys can see. Our nearest diplomatic agent means there's a scammer probably on Italy that works for these guys. And because I'm in Italy, you know, they have someone who's going to receive in their account this payment, which is a scammer. This person's a scammer as well. Now, I have here details. I have an IBAN, I have a BIC Swift data, I have a bank name, and supposedly the name is, since I said that I was from Italy, the bank is Post Italiani, which I think probably is a bank from, Italy. This is the account number, the bank address, it's in Rome. Say the name Blessing and the surname Michael. Okay, so this person, it's called supposedly Michael or Blessing or whatever this name is. It doesn't matter. And also says the address or part of the address. And it says here, kindly make your payment within 3 working days and send your payment receipt for documentation before carrying out the distribution of your special fans present to your house address. Please ensure you follow directives to avoid any complications or misdistribution from our diplomatic agency. Thanks for your cooperation and understanding. Have a pleasant week ahead. Director of Special Fan Gifts Distribution, Thomas Andrews. I'm showing you all this so you know and you get prepared for what is going to happen. This is one scheme to get money from people. Not just fans. They are obviously preying on fans, but in general, this is how they do it. The first scammer that I talked to hasn't said anything in 4 days. And frankly, doesn't really matter because I'm going to delete this and be done with it. Now, I'm here showing you the 3 profiles of the 3 Jim Carreys that I talked to. So many more you can even imagine. I just have here screen caps or screen prints of several fakers, not only Jim Carrey, but other actors who I have either received or experienced myself. This is a huge pandemic and it's crazy. This one, I never got to talk that much and he never got to asking for money, but frankly, I'm done with giving rope. I'm done wasting my time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to report. This is in Portuguese, so. And I'm blocking it. I'm gonna keep it on screen so you can block it. This is the one who, not only I talked to, but tried to scam me. Here in the messages, he tries to make some chit-chat because he's gonna continue to do that until, of course, he gets the money. After he gets the money, he's gonna block me or delete it or whatever that it is. I don't give a shit because I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna delete this all because I showed everything that I could show in these videos, and frankly, as I mentioned before, I'm done with this. You click here, you go report, and then you say report an account. I'm reporting an account. I'm gonna say that it's publishing content that shouldn't be on Instagram, and then I'm gonna say is fraud, which is, what it is really, and then I'm gonna block this guy. And I'm gonna be done with it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this entire conversation. And here I am. See? I'm going to delete my Instagram account. I'm going to... Yes, I'm sure. Oh, they're, letting me know about the deletion of the account. I know. I don't care. Bye-bye. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna send this scammer a reply. Hold on. I'm gonna say the subject is thank you. Cause, whatever. And I'm gonna use the smiley face. And I'm gonna send the email. Bum bum. There you go. And then I'm gonna go to this motherfucker here. And I'm gonna say the same thing. And here's what I'm gonna do. Ta-ta. I'm gonna send an account. Woo! I'm gonna send. Come on, send, people. I'm gonna send. There you go. And now that I have a recording of all of this, I can for sure delete this. As I'm trying to delete my account, guess what happened? I sent an email thanking for the information before. Thank you. I'm gonna reply to this jackass. I'm gonna say thank you. You're gonna have to wait more. You are going to have to wait a bit more. And then I'm gonna do that smiley face. Send. There you go. They want me to send the receipt to make sure that I did pay the money to them. So they will send me the gifts, which, by the way, are not going to exist. But I'm not going to do this, obviously. I'm done with this. This is in Portuguese just to tell me that I can change my mind in a month, and that will be closed permanently on August 18. So yeah, I want to end this video with a note and showing you exactly the page of Jim Carrey, the real Jim Carrey, on his Twitter. Mind you, the blue badge with the little white check mark, okay? This is the only official page for Jim Carrey. This is literally, guys, the only place where you'll see Jim Carrey on social media. And he doesn't contact fans via direct messages or private messages. He doesn't talk to fans at all. The only way you may get a reply from Jim is here on Twitter, and it's very rare. In the beginning, when he created the account, he did reply to fans every once in a while, but now not so much. So please be very mindful of that, okay? The purpose of this video was to show you that there's many different methods nowadays that scammers try to use to prey on people. And they do it very shamefully. And more than that, they do it for their own profit without taking consideration people's emotions and more importantly, people's lives, you know? And here's the thing, they prey on those people who want so bad to meet Jim Carrey that they're willing to believe whatever illusion is presented to them. This is an emotional reaction, you know, and these scammers prey in the emotions of people, okay? I've been lucky enough that I've never been fooled to this point, but I'm sure that some people have. And this is important to spread the word. So if you're listening, if you're watching this, first of all, I commend you for watching this far. I know it's a long video, but it was extremely necessary to do. And please spread the word. Although, you know, we're gonna try to put this video on Facebook and on our website and everywhere we can to spread the word. And if you are a fan of Jim Carrey, if you're a fan of an artist who you know, because at this point you already know there's scammers pretend to be many different artists. This isn't just Jim Carrey, it's in general many people. So in that case, please, okay, just spread the word to the biggest number of fans possible to let them know. And if you can, it's completely fine for you to translate this video in different languages. I'm considering maybe doing a dub in Portuguese, but only after I'm done with the editing. It's going to take me a while. So that being said, please don't fall for this scammers, okay? They don't speak English correctly. They get real fast saying that they like you. They find excuses, and very poor excuses, not to be able to meet you either because their management team doesn't allow them, because they can't. They always find excuses not to video chat. They always find excuses not to see you. And the rule is very simple. If someone doesn't talk to you on video chat, you know, they're a scammer. Period. They're catfishing, and it is what it is. Okay, you can watch not only the show Catfish, but even Dr. Phil has, because I recently saw an episode regarding precisely people being scammed out of money, with people pretending to be not only celebrities but even other people with stupid excuses to get money from these people, preying on their sympathy and their emotions. So go on YouTube, go on Google, do a research, because I guarantee you're gonna find a lot of information if you go to the trouble of believing the truth. And more importantly here, believe your favorite actor. If you're watching this and if your favorite actor tells you that, guess what, I only have this account and I don't contact fans in a private matter at all, you should fucking believe it, because they really mean it. Okay? And as a fan, that's, I think, in my opinion, what you should do. Okay, so I hope everyone stays well, and thank you so much for watching the video. I hope wherever you are or whoever you are, just be safe and happy and have a great life, and kisses to all. Bye.